Welcome everybody. Very good afternoon to everybody around the world. It's fantastic to think that on our very first HEAL family annual meeting, there's so many people joining us from around the world on this call. I think the last count, there should be about 400 people, which is absolutely fantastic. 400 members, supporters, sponsors and donors from all around the world. Before I go on, just a quick word. You don't have to worry about pressing any buttons. The only button that you could press if you wanted to was your volume button, because we will be relaying the broadcast at a certain level. But if you can't hear it properly, then you can just tweak your own volume control on your iPad, laptop, or whatever. The second thing, just very quickly to mention, is there's a chat function. So to those of you who are familiar with Zoom, you'll know what to do. To those of you who are not familiar with Zoom, then if you press the button, there's a little chat, and you press the chat button, and then you can either ask a question at any time, and we'll come back to those later on, or you can just make a pledge. If you feel inclined to make a donation during the course of today's broadcast, then obviously we'd be more than happy to receive that. So make the pledge while we're live, and then maybe at the end we'll have a quick count up and see how much we've raised during the course of the meeting. Because of course, normally for this type of event, you may have bought a ticket, you may be spending money to get to the event. So just bear that in mind. I'll come back to that later. So as I say, 400 HEAL members, supporters, donors and sponsors joining the call today. And isn't it fantastic to think that all this has come about since 1992, when HEAL was started by Dr. Prasad. In fact, 1992, I think I was just born a few years later, or maybe not, as the case may be. You'll see that obviously, even though with all the problems around the world, I've flown into to India. I'm now high up in the clouds. And you can see behind me a fantastic shot of Paradise Village. Karuna is our IT head at Paradise, and he's in mission control over in India. So I'm sure he can get everybody's buttons on to mute. So I mentioned people joining us today, and I'm sorry I won't take too long because there's much more interesting things to see later on. We've got members from Switzerland and Germany, to which I would say Guten Tag. We've got members from Spain, to which I would say buenos dias, or even buenas tardes. I'm not sure what time of the day is over there. We've got friends from France, au revoir. No, that's the other way around. Anyway, we'll come back to that. And then our Indian friends, I would say Svagatam Bharatadesam, and I hope I've got that right. In addition to that, we've got friends from the United Arab Emirates. We've got friends from Africa, and I daren't even try to be clever and say things in Afrikaans. So you'll be wondering what we've got lined up for you over the next 90 minutes. We've got lots of videos from the children, music, dancing, and interviews. We've got a packed program with up-to-date news about HEAL Paradise, Guntur, Bhadrachalam, and really how everybody's coping in these very difficult times with the pandemic. We've got an update in terms of what's going on in HEAL Paradise in particular, with the way that all the donations and the money is being spent. So that will be very interesting. And also, in particular, the current project that we're looking at is for what we're calling the distance education faculty, or distance learning project, whatever you want to call it, which is the particular focus at the moment, because of course with all the problems, we're gearing up to try and do more and more of the tuition on a remote basis. What else have we got? News of the new HEAL charity website. So we'll hear about that. And you'll be pleased to hear on the new HEAL charity website, if you wanted to make a donation, it's now going to accept money in different currencies, and not Bitcoin, unfortunately, at the moment, but we're working on it. So what else we got? We've got a presentation from Wahini in Australia, just regarding how they've been getting on with their fundraising. We've got a quick hello from India, from England, from where else was it? Canada. And we've got three special guests who are our major partner donors. They'll be saying a few words. So lots to be getting on with. So without further ado, I will introduce our next person. But anyway, let's make it interesting. So you've got to guess who I'm going to introduce now. If I give you a few clues, he's clearly very intelligent because he's got more letters in his name after me, although that probably isn't too difficult. He's very persuasive. He's very generous, although having said that, well, no, he is generous because when I went out to dinner with him when we were in Spain on one occasion, he generously allowed me to pay the bill. Anyway, so all I need to do now is introduce you to our founder, my very good friend, Dr. Prasad.
Yeah. Thank you, Martin. May I request you please all mute your microphones right up to the last 10 minutes, unless you are speaker or speaking. Thank you very much. Greetings to all of you. And it's such a pleasure to see you at least online, which we have not been able to see each other. Thank you. If you can all mute your microphones, please, unless you are asked to speak, right up to the end of the program. Thank you very much. It is difficult for some of us who haven't used the technology before. So I think considering all that, I think we're all doing very well. What I am going to say quickly is how we have started, not in 1992, HEAL as in 1992, but the journey actually started in 1967 when we were just about first year medical students. There are a lot of my close friends, they are still with us and joined HEAL, and now they have become major donors and supporters of our HEAL projects. I want to thank them, bottom of my heart. And without all of you here, there is no HEAL. You all put together make HEAL, and that's what is looking after all our children. And thank you very much for that. I would like to say a few things. Since my first encounter with poverty, I do not believe we have made a huge leap into eradicating it, or at least anywhere near to it. Though we have created enormous wealth in the last 53 years, it has gone to some people, but bottom of the society, they are still struggling to meet daily needs. So I still see the need more and more, though there is a lot of wealth around. What makes me keep at it is the enormous happiness and satisfaction and fulfillment when I get, not only through fellowship and friendship with all HEAL supporters, sponsors, donors, and partners, but when I actually see the children, and I spend now, except this year, most of my winter in India with children, it makes me feel very humble and see how fortunate I am whenever I speak with children and when I learn about their backgrounds. It's amazing, in spite of all that disadvantage, how they are able to thrive and excel themselves. You will hear more later on in the program. It's beyond my belief how somebody who has got very little, both in the form of material wealth and caring people in the family, and also no vision, some of them don't have any limbs, still they always manage to smile and happy and trying to make other people happy. That makes me very humble, and I feel I am learning every day of my life from them. And of course, the love and affection you all give me, which I have nothing to grumble about in this world. I was born, and the very first love and affection and food from my mother and never left me until a few years ago. But tasting just love and affection and nothing else in my life made me a better person. I am just trying to be a better. And this, considering that what we have among all of us, 400 people gathered from all over the globe, we are very fortunate. And we have more than what we could spend in the rest, during the rest of our lives, and which you all choose to share with people who have next to nothing. That makes me feel so proud in a way to have such a lot of good friends in my life. Heal family is growing, and that makes me feel I'm not on my own here. And there is one thing which I wanted to share with you today. Some of our children are asking me when I'm there, why are we using the word still orphans? We are not orphans anymore. We have joined a family. Can we remove that word from our literature? Yes, I have no ready answer for that, but they are feeling that is a tribute to all of you. I am so pleased that none of our children, 800 plus at Heal Paradise and 4,500 children around, scattered around other projects, they all feel there is somebody looking after and thinking about them and caring about them. That rightly, they say we are not orphans anymore. Please take that word away. So I do agree with them. I think thanks to you all again, they don't feel anymore on their own. What I'm going to say in the next minute or so, because we are trying to make this program exactly on time, 90 minutes and no more and no less. So I just want to say thank you for now. And in spite of coronavirus and COVID, I want to thank all our staff and new members of distance education faculty. They have coped marvelously well. In spite of the fact that we only managed to get our CBSE +2 or year 11 and 12, only in July, we managed to recruit and open our classes for 11th year 11. All was done, selection, application process, interviews, all done by 1st of September online, and classes were started on 1st of September, which I am very thrilled. Though a lot of people were very apprehensive, do we not postpone this recruitment for next year? It shows when there is a will, there is a way. And I also see for today's setup, we only see, particularly I can say myself, we see possibilities, not problems. So we can see possibilities, and when we see possibilities and not just the problems alone, then there is nothing that we cannot achieve and stop. And when I saw the photograph of Heal Paradise site with all those bushes, and now what you are seeing on these background photographs, it's amazing how quickly we have grown and able to look after so many people. Again, thank you to all of you, and enjoy the rest of the afternoon or morning and night, early morning for some in Australia. And I will say thank you, take care. Back to now our Sridevi principal madam will address.
Namaste to all the well-wishers of Heal family who have gathered here for this annual meet. Your presence gives immense joy and happiness, and it's a pleasure to meet all of you through this virtual family gathering. The kids and all teaching and supporting staff at Heal in the video that is going to be played soon are all so happy. So all this happiness, cheerfulness and smiles on their faces is because of you. All the donors and sponsors who are with Dr. Satyaji, and who is a very good human being at heart and also devoted most of his time for the constant welfare of Heal. Thank you all for this unconditional love and great support in giving bright shade to the vision of our founder, Dr. Satyaji. Without HEAL, the life of most of the kids would have been victimized into the clutches of social evils like child marriages, child abuses, child labor, and many dropouts. So, the videos of our kids that follow reflect how your support transformed into joyful lives and gave assurance in the kids that HEAL is their family. Our kids never feel that they are left alone till they become alumni. This is all because of your relentless support and helping hands. The trust you have on us is the driving force of our committed service. So HEAL has given a new revival and a new hope in the lives of many families and community around. My teachers and I as a team are very fortunate to be part of this noble cause to render our services at HEAL. We feel we are blessed to be associated with HEAL and get involved for the holistic development of a child and nurturing them as a teacher and as a parent. Once again, thank you all and keep supporting us. With reverence, Sridevi.
Thank you. Thanks, Mrs. Sridevi, our principal in Hill Paradise. We're very lucky to have Mrs. Sridevi. She's been there for 2 years now and making a big difference in supporting the children's education. So the next item to look at is a brief presentation from the Chief Executive of Hill Paradise, Ajay Kumar. I'm sure we've all got lots of questions about how they're coping with the current pandemic, but at the same time, questions about how they're doing academically in these difficult times. So over to you, Ajay. We'll try that one again. Over to you, Ajay.
Namaste. I'm Ajay Kumar, Korapati, CEO of Hill Paradise. Thank you very much for your support and encouragement. Hill School is progressing very well and is recognized as one of the innovative schools in India. Even on the examination front, academically children are doing very well. Last 3 years we got 100% result. I would now like to brief you what we did during lockdown due to COVID. Under the instructions from Government of Andhra Pradesh, we were forced to send most of our children, 467 of them, to their homes, and only 85 children who could not go anywhere were allowed to stay in the campus. While sending children home, teachers have explained them how corona spreads and what precautions they need to take. The children were made into 3 groups: high-tech, low-tech and no-tech. High-tech are those children who could mobilize an Android phone for a couple of hours each day from their single parent, relative or neighbors. He also has provided smartphones to some of the children. High-tech are those children who got the maximum advantage from those gadgets, because we have been able to conduct online classes from 1st June till date, and they got the maximum benefit out of them. Low-tech are those children whose parents could afford only a simple mobile costing less than 1,000 rupees. And to these children, we have been able to supply the hard copies of textbooks, and academic progress was monitored through mobile phones. No-tech children are those whose parents could not afford a mobile, and to these children we have provided hard copies and tried to monitor their progress. Our children made us proud. First 3 batches, the results are excellent, all 100% pass, and in junior intermediate, out of 9 students, 8 got 70% and above, and in senior intermediate, out of 8, 7 got 70% and above. Recently, our school has been recognized as one of the innovative schools. Government of India has set up SIPS, Center for Innovative Practices and Systems. We have shortlisted 5 schools from 4 states, and our school is one among them. Protect the campus, the children and the staff. We have taken several measures, including temperature check at the very entrance security, and then supplying soaps, masks, sanitizers, and also for the staff coming from outside, they have been their activity has been restricted, and food is provided to them at a dedicated place at the security itself, so that the interaction is avoided to the maximum extent. And then for the children and staff coming from outside, a compulsory 14-day self-isolation is insisted, and only after 14 days they are moved to the regular dormitory. As a gesture of social responsibility, HEAL has purchased sodium hypochlorite and got sprayed in the villages, neighboring villages of Totapalli, Narsingapalam, Chennagripalli and Agripalli twice, including the government offices in Agripalli. And in addition to that, we have purchased 6,500 masks and got stitched another 5,000 masks, and also purchased 2,800 toilet soaps and distributed them in these 4 villages. We also got made 3 pamphlets: how to wash hands, how to wash masks, and how to avoid spread of corona. And these pamphlets, we have used our own vehicle fitted with sound system and mic, and along with audio cassettes of songs on corona to spread the awareness on corona. Thank you very much for your continued support.
Thanks, AJ. Apologies. After weeks of practice, I've just realised that I've missed something out on the running order. So just while I'm talking, Karuna, if we can play the first video, which was the hellos and waving from the children around the village, that would be appreciated. But while you're just getting that ready, I'll just say again that if anybody's got any questions for AJ, if you could put them through the chat function, and then either AJ will answer them later on, or we'll have a look at them, and whatever the question is, then someone will be around to hopefully talk to you live and answer your question. So, Karuna, apologies for that. It's my fault. Here we go.
सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा।
ఎన్నో తారల సంగమం అంబరమొకటే, ఎన్నో పువ్వుల సంగమం భూమి ఒకటే, ఎన్నో తారల సంగమం అంబరమొకటే, ఎన్నో పువ్వుల సంగమం భూమి ఒకటే.
మన రంగు మారినా శ్వాస రంగు ఒక్కటే, మమతలతో సాగే దేశం సర్వం ఒక్కటే. పలువుర్ని మొక్కుతాం నడిపేది ఒక్కడే, మన ఈశ్వరుడల్లా జీసస్ అంతా ఒక్కటే. యా కుందేందు తుషారహార ధవళా, या शुभ्रवस्त्रान्विता, या वीणा वरदण्डमण्डितकरा, या श्वेत पद्मासना,
That's amazing. It's incredible to think that since the land was purchased in 2012, and somewhere in the region of £6.5 million sterling, thanks to your very generous support, all that's been achieved, and all you can see there on the screen, from the boys and girls dormitories to the centre for the visually impaired, for the centre for prosthetic for the children with no limbs or needing support with their walking. The health centre, I could just go on. It's absolutely fantastic. AJ mentioned about all the problems which we're all very used to. So obviously they've had to adapt to the way of teaching. In particular, the focus at the moment is on improving the distance education faculty, or the distance learning project. So that's something that we're going to hear now from a very experienced teacher, Mrs. Bhavani. So over to you on the distance education project.
Hi, Namaste, warm greetings to all. I'm Bhavani from Heal Paradise, Thotapalli in Andhra Pradesh in India. I'm here representing all my fellow teachers. We are called Distance Education Faculty, DEF in short. It has been a long time vision for our chairman, Dr. Satya Prasad, to promote self-learning among HEAL students. Self-learning is a more comprehensive way of learning, and it leads to true education. A few distance education faculty volunteers have been providing their services at HEAL for a while. Recently, HEAL Paradise got affiliation from CBSE and permission for classes 11th and 12th, and we have really 20 distance education faculty volunteers to teach various subjects like physics, chemistry, economics, biology, mathematics, commerce, etc. And we have volunteers from all over India. We do have a few overseas volunteers taking classes to HEAL students. The objectives of distance education are world-class, providing world-class exposure to students of HEAL and providing them an opportunity for academic excellence as teachers with their long experience interpret the concepts in varied ways, enriching the students' learning and good exposure to spoken language and relating the subject to real life situations where students' understanding has no limitation. It also minimizes rote learning, spoon feeding, and it increases self-learning and more comprehensive learning. And HEAL students sit in classrooms along with a couple of resident teachers who help them out with conduction of exams and tests, and also they look after their general discipline in the classroom. They help them, guide them to take down notes while the class is going on. And teachers themselves, the resident teachers themselves fine-tune their teaching skills. From teachers' point of view, like me, for volunteers, it gives immense satisfaction. This interaction with HEAL students leaves us very happy and makes us feel good about ourselves. I appreciate the time I spend with the students at HEAL. Distance education also enhances global connectivity and helps lifelong learning for both teachers and students. This is just a beginning. As we get along with our journey, I'm sure we may discover better methods of teaching and learning for the benefit of students mainly, and we teachers are left with overflowing dopamines at the end of the day. HEAL doors are open to more and more volunteers. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Thanks, Mrs. Bhavani. As you can see, I've now moved into one of the classrooms, and on the screen behind me that you saw very briefly on the video clip there, this is one of the screens that are used for the distance learning. But what we're trying to do is to get one of these screens into every classroom. So the target today, if we can, is to raise as much money for the distance education faculty. So again, all I just remind you, use the chat button if you'd be so kind, and pledge some money, and everything then will go towards this particular current project. Thank you. I mentioned earlier on, it's not all about teaching and learning and schooling at the Paradise Village. There's also a big focus on physical education and sports. So we're just going to see a very short clip now on some of the sporting activities that they've been seeing at Hill Paradise. I can remember when I was fit, if only I was 18 again, but there we are, these things happen. So the next thing we're going to look at then is a snapshot on what happens on a day-to-day basis in Hill Paradise Village.
Hi, this is Mr. Bharat, Vice Principal HEAL.
Education becomes truly meaningful if only it is practiced in the daily life. HEAL gives better opportunities for the children to practice whatever they learn in the classrooms in their life. Wet waste management system encourages the children to make use of the vegetable waste and the kitchen waste to produce natural manure. That is used in the organic farming, in the cultivation process to produce the vegetables and the fruits which are very good for the health. Children go for the kitchen experiment and prepare various dishes which are really helpful for the children to know the process of cooking. Beautician bag system makes the children to make use of the waste materials to produce best and the beautiful items which are placed in the different parts of the campus. Children are given the square areas for the cultivation and the projects and the activities. Art and craft is truly an integrated part of a school learning process. The children who perform holistically well are taken to the book expos and they select the books. Those books are contributed to the school library. Student-teacher practice helps the younger ones and the elder ones. Elder ones act as a teacher to the younger ones and they teach them. Admin Day we celebrate where we acknowledge all the support given by the core staff members. We also celebrate the Gratitude Day every year, remembering all the great support given by the donors and the sponsors. We also celebrate all the festivals of our nation, helping the children to understand the historical background and the reason for the celebrations. We have the monthly theme system. Every activity of a particular month runs by the given theme. Children are made into the clubs. One of the clubs is Robotics Club. There we encourage the children to develop their problem solving skills and the computer programming skills. Green Memento system is an eco-friendly system. We invite the guests. They are felicitated with the green mementos called soap plants. Cub reporters are a team. They collect the data and produce a report monthly which is published naturally in the magazines and the newsletters. We have this year affiliation from the Central Board of Education for the grade 11, where we have the experts called distance education faculty who train the children very competitively. Students also publish the books at every annual day celebration. Right now we have published 3 books. School radio helps the children to publish their own compositions in the form of audio, which is published internationally. Meet the Achiever concept helps the children to meet the higher officials, interview and interact with them and get inspired by them. Ornithology helps the children to learn about the birds and the migration process. Trekking is an adventurous activity. Children are encouraged to climb the hills and walk miles to encourage their physical fitness. So these are all some of the innovative practices. Surely with your great support, we help the children and make them more and more joyous in the learning. Thank you all.
Great stuff. Thank you. I hope that helped to give you a better understanding on all the various things that are going on at Hill Paradise throughout the day. Now, for those of you in England, you'll be very familiar with a programme that I can't stand called Strictly Come Dancing. So let's see now some better dancing and how to do it properly Indian style. So over to the children and staff for some dancing.
Jum num ta rum ta dhalam kutak tako da da girta jum taka jum ta takita ta da jum girta jum ta tanum ta rum ta takita ta girta tarita ta dhanata ta runata ta dimita ta da jum tanum rum tagadim takita dim ta tarigita jum dim da jum nam da jum tam takita dana ta tarigita dim ta tarigita jum dim da takita jum takita jum da jum takita ta jum tarigita dam tarita ta dana tarita ta tarigita ta dhanata jum tarita dhanata tarigita ta jum dim da jum nam da takita jum ta dim tum nam da tarigita dhanata tarigita dhanata dim da tarita dhanata tarigita dhanata dim tarigita jum tarigita.
Wow. Well, a special thanks to the children and all the staff who were involved with those dances. Clearly a lot of hard work and effort has gone in beforehand, so thanks very much. We're now going to go back to the village in its entirety, really. We're going to have a word from the projects director, Mr. Ranga Prasad. Clearly there's a lot of effort. You can see in the screen behind me all the solar panels. There's been a big emphasis on the way that the village has ever strived to become self-sufficient, both in its farming activities for vegetables and, of course, in the supply of its electricity. So over to Mr. Ranga Prasad, who's going to tell us a little bit more about the projects that are undergo at the moment.
Here is the overall hill layout of about 30 acres of land. It is secondary school. Overall, each floor of 15,000 square feet. This is girls' dormitory. 46,000 square feet we have built for girls, wherein we can accommodate 440 girls. Boys' dormitory, so around 52,000 square feet area. We can accommodate 550 boys, and ground floor we have a big dining hall and modern kitchen. Staff quarters for staff for their residence purpose. Total we have constructed around more than 40,000 square feet in 3 blocks. Each block we have ground plus 5 floors. Each floor we have 2 apartments and each about 1,300 square feet. It's a 2-bedroom flat, so they can live very happily in these houses. This tallest one is our water tank. The height is about 25 meters from ground level, and the top, the tank capacity is 1 lakh liters. And we have another 3 ground level tanks, about 1,50,000 liters capacity. This beautiful structure is only for preschool children, and it is about 6,100 square feet area. Behind this building, it's a primary school. It is about 16,000 square feet area, including under 5 years age residential quarters also are there, about 6. It is only for visually challenged children. It is about 15,100 square feet area, 2 floors. 100 visually challenged students can accommodate in this. This building is only for skill development center. It is about more than 7,000 square feet area. This health center building is about 12,000 square feet area. We have constructed in 2 floors. We are having all facilities. 8,000 square feet building is constructed only for senior volunteers, those who are interested to serve in the school. These 2 waterfront buildings are for guests only. These cottages we are going to use only for donors and volunteers.
Amazing to see what's been achieved over just 8 years, relatively short space of time. Yeah, I guess you're wondering now about the question of the farming and how any of the waste is used. Well, we're going to have a quick a video now, and one of the children, will explain.
Hi, this is Sisi Praveen. I'm a secretary of Green and Food Club. I'm happy to share one of my passion, making natural manure. I'm a team leader of wet waste management system. On our campus, we get unused waste 20 kgs every day. We place that food waste in this drum by adding cocoa beet and compost microbes. It turns into natural manure after 45 days. See how beautiful it is. This healthy plant food used in our organic farming. This is our Hill organic farming. We have 5 acres of land for cultivation. Here we use this manure for the healthy growth of land. We get fruits and vegetables from this garden. My dreams is to make the world healthy by producing food without any chemicals. I'm excited to say Hill is a green blanket which take many steps, majorly choosing eco-friendly environment. Truly I feel happy in developing my love towards nature, which Hill taught us, teaches us. Thank you all for all this is happening because of your generous hearts. Thank you.
So you can see in the background the fruit that's growing in the trees and the other farming activities that are going on to make the whole site self-sufficient, which is fantastic. Just very quickly, I'd like to, I suppose, just give you some current numbers as in terms of the children that we're currently looking after. Dr. Prasad may well change the numbers later on because I may not be totally up to date, but we're now approaching somewhere in the region of 5,000 children that HEAL, and due to your generosity, is supporting. That's about 600 children at HEAL Paradise that you've seen. We've got capacity there for about 1,000, but obviously in the current climate, it's difficult to take on new children, although there is a plan this year to take on another intake of children. The other question, of course, is how they're funded, which we have to be very careful, and we have to balance the books. Full residential costs is somewhere in the region of £65 sterling a month. And then there's the other children that we look after under the poverty trap, which is about 3,000 children. And the poverty trap children cost about £14 a month. HEAL Guntur, there's about 200 children. Kangaroo, 560 children. Badratulum, 350 children. So add it all up, and as I say, somewhere approaching 5,000 children. But obviously, we'd like to see a lot more children. We have, as I say, we have capacity about 1,000 at the moment in HEAL Paradise. So we'll continue to look at ways of raising more money. And again, I suppose I come back to, in the current climate, the distance learning faculty that we're particularly looking at the moment in terms of seeing how much money we can raise. For that particular issue alone, here we go. I think the total cost of that is somewhere in the region of about £52,000 sterling, which I think is around 50 lakhs, if my maths is right. So you can see there's some of the things that we are looking to raise funds for this particular project, which we think will benefit the children, not only now, of course, but certainly in the longer term. I know that one of our directors in the UK here, Mr. Colin Charlton, he's been undertaking some tuition over the, I assume, Zoom, but using that distance education type facility. So now I'm just going to pass over to the IT head at HEAL Paradise, Karuna, who's going to say a little bit more about it.
Yeah, thank you, Martin. Yeah, before explaining the need of these items, I'd like to share how far we have come with technology. So at the beginning of this campus, we have very less number of infrastructure equipment. So with the basic computer lab and with basic internet connection, the campus has started. And then, so we are meeting the needs of the IT department by providing a backup to only computer lab and installing partial Wi-Fi equipment, and then buying more computers, and also year by year we are developing. So we are buying more laptops for work purpose, and thanks to Colin, he has developed a huge database to meet all the needs, and we have installed some smart rooms, and then we have fiber cabling connecting all the buildings within the campus to provide better internet to all the people who are working here and all the children. And then in the year 19, we raised up and we gone for a lot of bandwidth, and we have started staff training to make best use of the technology. And then in the year 2020, we have started the distance education faculty, for which we are raising funds here, and we have conducted admission interviews through online mode, and we have conducted online classes through. So we are fastly developing. Here is a glimpse of IT infrastructure. So we have 2 computer labs and 6 smart rooms, and we have a big server in the computer lab and all the necessary network equipment, including firewall and backup for only computer lab. This is a brief picture. So what is the need, why we need these for the distance education faculty? So these are the items that we need further to improve the distance education faculty and to provide better technology. So we need power backup, UPS, and we need more projectors, and we need a digital library where students can browse, and we need STEM lab where they can learn practically. We need to improve Wi-Fi, and also we need to install a web server to enable the children outside to access the content. So briefly, I'll tell why these are all required. So see the picture. Imagine while taking a class, suddenly power gone off. So we have now, as of now, we're having only 15 minutes power backup, which is not sufficient to meet the needs of distance education faculty. So definitely we need to provide backup to all the classes, and we need to increase. Let us imagine, as of now, we're having 20 distance education volunteers. This number is increasing rapidly. So if you have a 50 volunteers teaching classes all the time from morning to evening, so we definitely need more projectors in all the classrooms. And also, as I said, we need STEM lab for practical learning, and we need digital library so that the children can learn on their own pace and they can clear the doubts on their own. So this is why we need this budget and this equipment to enable the distance education faculty, particularly in this academic pandemic, COVID pandemic. We are all using technology better than the previous. So we need more technology and equipment. Thank you.
Thanks, Karuna. That's very interesting and helpful. Now, I've got a confession to make that you may or may not have realised that actually I'm not at the village. It's just a screen behind me. So I thought I'd better just come up front and be honest. But nevertheless, I have been to India. I haven't actually seen the village yet, but that's certainly on the plan when the restrictions are lifted. Now, we've focused a lot today in terms of Hill Paradise in particular, but let's not forget the other schools and sites that we're supporting, or you're supporting. So we're going to have a couple of quick videos now on Bhadrachalam and Guntur, followed by some drumming from a young lady called Shalini, who is part of the visually impaired schooling. Shalini, that was fantastic. So I think we're going to go straight now into the two videos from Bhadrachalam and in Guntur.
Welcome to the Heal family. We greatly say that our school is located at fully tribal area. So many tribal families badly desire for giving a good education for their students, but they didn't because of their meager wages. Our school is the best and impeccable platform for that kind of families. Their children get good education and knowledge out for our school through Heal. They owe you one for your exemplary leadership and great help. We teach not only subject here but also self-preservation. Our school had the conducive environment for students' learning. We got the hailing from our surrounding schools for discipline of our students. All students settled in lawyers, doctors, engineers, pharmacists, civil and public services, and etc. The school places a high priority on discipline, basic knowledge, traditional and cultural events. Motivational classes are one of our schedules, so our teachers are inaugurating students with their motivation speeches. Thanks a bunch for your exemplary.
Thanks for that, and I think we're going to go straight into the next video. Here we are.
This is Vaya Chaudhary from Heal Guntur. This year we couldn't run the Heal Guntur due to COVID. Everybody knows. We sent the students to their nearer relations, etc. On October 15th onwards, we are inviting the students. First we invited degree students, later intermediate, later on 10th, 9th, 8th we started. So far 65 students reached the premises, and we said strictly to all the students to go hostel and take their food and go out. Everyone has to maintain the distance to 1-to-1. It is a biggest target to all the people, how to fulfill their syllabus, how to maintain the hostels. So far we don't have any problem.
Thanks. I hope let's give it a quick update in terms of what's going on at Guntur and Bad Rashelan. Now, I mentioned earlier on about the way that children get involved with sporting activities for their physical fitness. And one of our three main partner speakers later on is going to be Sri Chowdhury Yalamanchili. But before he does that, we're going to hear a little bit more about the sporting side of Hill Paradise from Dr. Inaya, who is one of the sports volunteers, alongside Sri MSK Prasad, who a test cricketer and former chairman of the selection committee. Now, strangely enough, it's gone.
Greetings from the Department of Physical Education of HEAL. I am happy to present a brief description about the sports vision of HEAL. Our goals: health and fitness for all, preparation of teams for competitions, making champions and put HEAL on sports map of India, sports activities for physically and visually challenged students, sports outreach programs to serve the community, and the conduct of sports-related courses. HEAL is guided by a team of well-experienced sports administrators and sports scientists as volunteers under the leadership of Mr. MSK Prasad, test cricketer and former chairman, Selection Committee, BCCI. As of now, HEAL is offering only few sports disciplines and planning to add some more from this year onwards. Before I explain our future plans, let me place before you the sports achievements of our students during the academic year 2019 and 20. Though we provided minimum sports facilities due to financial constraints, our students gave their best in CBSE nationals and also other tournaments at state and district levels. The achievements of our students clearly indicates that they have the inherent talent and passion to pursue sports. Our future plans: we are keen to have year-round fitness program to emerge HEAL as a leader in Fit India program. We are aiming to achieve 3-star and 5-star ratings in fitness through Khelo India program of Government of India. HEAL is striving to give its best in CBSE competitions and preparing the players for national and international sports meets under the guidance of experienced and dedicated coaches. We wish to map the sports talented students to best sports training centers in the country. We wish to develop blade runners and athletes for Paralympic events and planning to offer cricket for visually challenged. In addition to these sports programs on the campus, we wish to intensify the outreach programs in the surrounding villages through mobile sports projects. We are also contemplating to conduct short and long-term academic programs in collaboration with the institutes, universities in India and abroad. As such, we have 400 meters standard mud track, football cum hockey field, Kho-Kho, Kabaddi, volleyball and handball courts. We wish to add new sports facilities from this academic year. We are very thankful to Sri Chowdhury Yalamanchili for his generous contribution for the mighty construction of an international standard indoor stadium with all necessary amenities. This facility is going to emerge as a nucleus and act as a catalyst for all sporting activities in this region. We are greatly indebted to Sri Chowdhury Garu for offering this great facility to HEAL. Now the HEAL needs the focus on executing the sports programs. The tasks like conducting the fitness program for all the 700 students in the morning, sports and games activities in the evening, special coaching for players aspiring for sports excellence, conduct of theory classes in physical education. So, there is a need for manpower. To execute all these tasks, there is a strong need to hire the services of required number of physical education teachers, coaches, trainers, and ground maintenance staff. We need the consumable sports equipment and also need to maintain the play fields. So, to meet the recurring expenditure on this front, we need the resources at least to the tune of rupees 2 lakhs per month, that is 24 lakhs per annum. Further, we appeal the donors to extend liberal donations to develop the new sports facilities. The approximate estimate of each item is herewith furnished. Lighting the playgrounds and providing public addressing system and CC cameras costing us rupees 10 lakhs. Gymnastics equipment about rupees 15 lakhs. High jump and pole vault foam pits rupees 5 lakhs. 2 outdoor concrete basketball courts rupees 30 lakhs. Small size skating rink rupees 50 lakhs and 25-meter swimming pool rupees 1 crore. HEAL strongly believes that the sport is the right medium to imbibe the life skills into the minds of the students. We trust that the right blend of sports in education is bound to develop the overall personality of the student. We have been cultivating the sports culture in a humble way with the limited resources. We appeal the kind-hearted donors to extend their helping hand to support the sports program of HEAL. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Anaya. That's very informative. Before I hand over to Sri Chowdhury, can we just have a quick catch-up, Karuna, if possible, in terms of how much we have been managed to raise so far on the call today? How are we doing? I'll have to get a bit closer to the screen. Wow, total amount raised so far, £10,962, which in terms of lakhs, I would guess somewhere about 10. In terms of US dollars, oh, you've got me there. Hello, is it going up? No, still the same. 10,962. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, if we can get to the top of the chart there, what's the top number? 10,967 by the end of today. Oh no, that's far too low. Let's see if we can go right off the top of the scale. Keep the pledges coming through, and let's see how far we get. So thanks again for those who have made a pledge. And there is always also, as I mentioned before, the opportunity to go onto the new website and make your donation directly. So let's now move on. First of all, I'd like to endorse a big thank you to Sri Chowdhury Yalaminchili for his very generous support. He's funded the Indoor Sports Centre. He's visited Paradise many times, and I think he's live on screen now. So over to you, Sri Chowdhury.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, you're live.
Okay, thank you. Greetings to all. It is my pleasure to invite all the patrons, donors, and family of HEAL Village. I just want to give my experience to share with you, because some people have the opportunity to see the HEAL Village in Thotapalli. Some people may not saw the project. I got involved with Dr. Satyaprasad Koner Garu through Lenin Pennamaneni, Lenin and Kavita Pennamaneni in Houston. I live in Houston, Texas. They were so excited when they gave a generous donations to HEAL Village. They came and they told me, they encouraged me. Then I went and I saw the project. Fortunately, my family lives only 15 miles from the project. I was so impressed. I encouraged my brothers, my sister, everybody joined with us. And we want to see whatever we can do to make this a successful project. Not only that, because I personally visited a few times, I can witness whatever they made a presentation last 1 hour. Most of them are extremely quality presentations. They did not exaggerate it. I visited the computer labs, the dormitories, their gardening, sports facilities, as well as classrooms, and every one of them, what they said was 100% truth. And I was so excited the way they're teaching to children. The children have a lot of hungry to learn. They showed a lot of enthusiasm to compete in normal society, even though they came a little bit unfortunate background, but they feel they are as good as anybody. One of the things other thing I impressed, hygiene, quality. The quality of the buildings, I can witness it. It is state of the art. You saw the pictures, not only pictures, I'm in the construction business. I saw inside, outside, and the way they're maintaining the kitchen, dining rooms, it's a wonderful way. They're doing as good as anybody. Whatever they do, they literally do state-of-the-art type business. The environment is like that. I was so impressed. Then we told them, I talked to them, especially I talked to Dr. Satyaprasad Garu regarding physical fitness, also very, very important. We need to balance it. I know it costs a lot of money for indoor gym, indoor gym. Let's do indoor, outdoor gymnastic. I will help you to pay the facilities cost. But even if we build as a group, as a family, still needs a lot of help doing outdoor athletics, running track or skating track or volleyball, football. No one person can do it, but as a group, we can achieve it. I believe physical fitness is as important as education. Some people thrive in the sports side, some people in the medicine side, some people in engineering side. I would like to give the opportunity to every child, according to their dream, they can achieve it because they want to succeed. These kids are so hungry to learn, and they're very, very happy at Heal Village. The way they're teaching, as well as they're teaching life skills like gardening, cooking. And especially I was really surprised with that young boy talking about waste turning into organic manure. See, creative ideas. You know, we don't want to waste their mind. We want education, providing one of the best charities, I believe, because knowledge is power. I can give somebody money, I can give somebody something else. They may lose it, they may lost it, they spend it. I'm believing in not giving them fish to eat, teach them how to catch a fish. That's why they know how to make next day living. I think what Dr. Prasad Garu is doing, teaching them how to live so they can go and tell their spouses, their children, their grandchildren, the greatness of Heal Village and all the supporters of Heal Village. Regarding the sports complex, I believe we need your help. Every dollar counts because the way originally we started building sports center, then when I talked to a lot of volunteers, they want to make state of the project. I encourage them. They want to compete in the Olympics. They want to compete in the state level. They want to recognize Thottapalli has best facilities in Andhra, not only secondary school education level, even compared to universities, where they can rent some other space, summer programs to universities and colleges. We want to recognize our Heal Village, entire India, in the sports aspect. And I request everyone help us, because I personally saw, I'm witnessing you. It's an unbelievable place. And every volunteer is working extremely hard. I have no words to say. When everything goes so good, hardly you can criticize it. I wish I am there, I can help more. but I'm so far away. But whoever helping, volunteering in India, in Gannavaram area, my sincere thanks to them. I appreciate the great work they're doing for Heal Village. And I saw the presentation on different needs of the Heal Village. I want to show to the Heal Village, not only for the sports complex, a mood, because today high-tech and distant learning is so important. I'm willing to donate for a computer lab, anything related to Wi-Fi. I'll be donating $50,000. I hope a lot of you will follow. When you give, God will bless you more, because end of the day, we don't take any money with us except giving something to children. But if we are financially doing well, the more you give, the more satisfaction you get, the God will bless you more. And thanks for contributions, and may God bless all of you. Thank you.
Wow. Sri Chalvey, thanks ever so much. Very powerful words, and I'm sure they will resonate with everybody on the call today, but not least for your very generous further donation, $50,000 for the towards the computer setup and laboratories. Thanks very much.
Thank you, sir.
Now we have a short video. Tanishka Veni.
Hi, my name is Tanishka Veni. I am studying 5th class. I feel so proud to say that I am a member of Hill family. Here we all celebrate all these festivals like Sankranti, Deepavali, Christmas. By celebrating all these festivals, we got opportunity to understand different cultures and customs. Even though we are from different backgrounds, we all come together and celebrate these festivals with unity, which I believe is the strength of our Hill family. Thank you.
Thanks, Tanishka. And now I think we may have live online General Mehta, CEO of the Hands Foundation, another one of our key partners who will be giving us a very short. I think if General Mehta is not available, I will be able to just quickly fill in terms of how the Hands Foundation support Heal. If you could let me know, Karuna. No, it doesn't sound like General Mehta is going to be joining us today. So I would just like to take this opportunity of saying, well, again, thank you very much to the Hands Foundation, one of our 3 key partners. General Mehta, a retired Army officer, is now CEO of the Hands Foundation. Hands being a major company in India. The Hands Foundation, that they send a representative over to see Heal about once a year, just to check, see how things are going on and where their money's being spent, which is only right. They're very happy with the way things are going and how things are progressing, and they obviously continue to give us very generous support. Not only have they funded the boys and girls dormitories, but they also continue to fund 200 full residential sponsorships every year, and also they participate in our admissions policies. So once again, very much thank you to the Hands Foundation, and we look forward to continue to work with you as one of our key partners. So next, another very short video from Ravi Kiran.
This is Ravi Kiran, student of +1 grade. I am here to share my lovely experience and bondage with my Heal family. This is the place where Heal children can write their life itself. Before joining in this school, I studied in Ravindra Bharati. It became very difficult with my uncle's salary. So he joined me in this school by looking an ad in the newspaper. When I joined in this school, I found mother's love, father's care, friends' guidance, and overall best support from our beloved Satyaji sir. Thank you, sir, for giving me education and standing beside me. Thank you all the sponsors.
That's great. It's nice to hear a thank you from the children, and it obviously comes from the heart. So the next person I'd like to introduce is Mrs. Tina Leach of the Jectus Charitable Foundation UK. Again, another one of our key partner sponsors. So Mrs. Leach, over to you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, loud
Yeah,
and clear,
good.
I can.
Okay. Well, just to say a few words. We've had absolute pleasure supporting HEAL since about 2011. We initially started off supporting HEAL via our company, actually, where we were doing a lot of fundraising. And we really wanted a project where all our employees could feel as though they had some connection with something real that they could see that was moving and moving along, and they were actually seeing that project live in front of them, if you like. We were actually taken by with Dr. Prasad's vision, which you can actually see has manifested itself in this wonderful Paradise Village, plus all the other schools as well. My husband and I, who ran the company Air Charter Service, we actually visited Guntar Village in December 2011. And then we were given such a fantastic reception. It was unbelievable. It brought tears to our eyes. But the volunteers there, they work so hard. There's so much commitment. We were so amazed by all the good work everybody was doing there, that we continued our personal support with a new charitable trust, Jectus Charitable Trust, that we founded in 2017. And so we've continued our support for HEAL because we really, really can see how they've progressed. And as I said, you know, Dr. Prasad's vision has actually manifested itself. Quite often people have big dreams and they never get there. They never quite get there, not for want of trying, but Dr. Prasad's vision, we can see what has happened. And to see all these children is absolutely brilliant. They're succeeding in life. They have a family. The care and the love we saw is still going on. They've got, you know, as the children themselves say, they've got mothers, they've got fathers, they've got friends. It's an absolute transformation. And I just encourage everybody to help financially because that's what it takes. We will be obviously donating a chunk to help going forward. It's just got to carry on that financial commitment from everybody, no matter how small, it will make a difference. So I just want to thank HEAL for doing all that they have done, and I'm in absolute admiration of you all. So thanks very much and good luck going forward.
Thanks to all our special guests today and for the very generous donations they made. I actually, as I've been looking at my my iPhone, there's been another major donation as we've been speaking today of $3,500. So again, to the donor there, thank you very much. But it's not just obviously the big donations. Thanks also to even the small donations. Everything counts towards keeping the children safe and in the care that they enjoy, having had such a bad start in life for the most part. So now I think we're going over to a video. I think some songs from the children, unless I've got the running order confused.
Kamali of Greaton. I never thought of my future before joining HEAL family. At HEAL, I'm able to find out my strengths and I got a path for my future. I'm feeling happy to share my aspirations with you all. My first aspiration is to get good marks in my 10th grade, and then after I want to choose HEC group in Inter or BJMC group in Diploma. I want to become a journalist. Now I'm acting as sub reporter, providing news for newsletters. I'm sure I'm going to achieve my goal with help of my family. Do you wonder who my family is? Yes, it is HEAL family. Thank you all.
Thanks, Kimalini. I got it wrong again. I think we might now have some songs from the children.
Jaya Jaya He Bhagavati
stuff. Thank you. Now, I mentioned earlier on about the launch of the new HEAL website. We're trying to keep up as technology moves forward, like everybody else is. And I think we're now going to hear from Pratima Namani in the US of A, who's probably enjoying her pancakes as we speak.
Hi, everybody. My name is Pratima Namani, and I'm a HEAL USA volunteer. I actually joined HEAL as a sponsor and really didn't know much about it other than the website. And then when I visited HEAL, my life kind of changed forever because I saw these children's smiles and how much these children have gone through so much, and just their energy was really touching for me. And it really changed me and what I wanted to do for being able to contribute more to HEAL. And so I rallied with various volunteers from HEAL to try to bring that energy and that smile to our HEAL website. And I'd like to share the new look that we have for our HEAL website, which really is about reflecting the smiles of these children's hearts and their spirit. And through the website, you'll also get to know some of the children's, their backgrounds, where they came from, and like what motivates them to be a part of the HEAL family. And some of the work that's being done to like cultivate these children with the values that we're imparting on them so that they can be better prepared for escaping that poverty trap. And then you'll also see more spotlights about our teachers, the teachers and the volunteers that are really behind the scenes, making sure that these children's experience is really once in a lifetime, and that they are being set up on a good pathway for success. And you'll also get to see a lot more detail about all the amazing projects that HEAL has going for these children, and see, really understand like what are we providing for these children, and then kind of see for yourself that every single dollar, rupee, pound goes to the children and helping for their success. What's great about HEAL and what's so special is that its support is really global. And what we'd like to say is that wherever you are in the world, we've made it possible for it to be easy and safe for you to donate and sponsor a child across our different projects in whatever capacity that you can offer. And so just as a reminder, please visit our HEAL website at healcharity.org to support our work to help these disadvantaged children transform their lives. And please remember that every single dollar will help our children. Thank you.
Thanks, Pratima. I think I'm correct in saying that hopefully the new website should go live sometime later today or tomorrow. But the old site is still very much in operation until the last few technical glitches are corrected. So now what have we got? We got one. It's bad to have favourites, but I particularly have enjoyed watching our next short video, John Wesley, with his information about arts and crafts. Come on, John, you can do it.
Everyone, this is Master John Wesley, Little Drawing Master. Our school is a big art club. There is large scope for the learning. We do art. Most of the art we are very nice. We do pencil, sketch, crayon, shade, paper folding. I will show you some examples. This is a sketch drawing. This is a crayon drawing. This is a pencil drawing. This is a shading drawing. My friends are good artists. You are welcome to visit our family and encourage all of us. Thank you.
Thanks, John. Very interesting. Anytime you want to go and see John's arts and crafts, you'll be more than welcome to do just that. The next on the list, we have Wahini out in Australia. She's probably struggling to stay awake. I hope she's still on the call. She's going to have a quick chat about the fundraising efforts that they've been undertaking over in Australia. So over to you, Wahini.
Thanks, Martin. Hello, everyone. Yes, yeah, I'm still awake, definitely. I can't miss this. So I'm Vahini Panda, and I'm from HEAL Australia. So we have established HEAL in Australia in 2015. However, it has become a tax-deductible charity in 2016. I have to firstly say that it's a real pleasure working for HEAL and representing HEAL in Australia. And I mean, it's absolute pleasure seeing the kids at HEAL Paradise Village. Every year we visit HEAL. So Dr. Prasad has requested me today to share some details on how we're doing fundraising for HEAL in Australia other than personal donations. So what we're doing annually is we are having a fundraising event, which we do for Diwali each year. And we raise funds between $12,000 and $15,000. And the way we do it, it's the events are actual fundraising events, but however, they're also entertaining events. So we ask sponsors to donate, and all the donations which the sponsors donate go directly to HEAL. And so, yeah, that's the way we've been doing from the past. We did 4 events like that. We also do small events in between, like festivals like Holi, and we do raise some funds as well. So we also have people raising funds at their personal events like birthdays and anniversaries. So how they do it is they ask their guests to donate any amount of money they wish instead of giving them a present, and that pulls up to be a decent amount, and they donate that to HEAL. So we've been doing little things like that to promote HEAL and ask people to do it in various ways. So we are spreading the word. So yeah, I hope I gave you little ideas where you can do fundraisers instead of just personal donations. And once again, it's so lovely to see you all here on the Zoom platform. And it's very nice to see so many people attend tonight. And thank you.
Thanks, Swahini. Thanks. Good to see you're still awake. I think also on the line, we've got a couple of more live chats with Canada, India, and the UK. So whoever wants to go first is Ram on the line? Oh no, it's Mandy. Hello, Mandy.
Hello,
Mandy.
hopefully you can hear me now.
Yes.
I simply want to say a huge thank you to everybody. It's been so marvellous today to see all the children growing and thriving, many of whom I recognised last time I was there was in January, and I'm so envious that it is looking so lovely there, and I wish I could be there and hope to be back one day in the future. It's lovely to see everybody here today. This has been such a hard year for everybody, and here in the UK, our HEAL local events have been largely curtailed, apart from this marvellous event organised and led by some of our UK directors, in particular Martin and Praveen and Akur Prasad. But nevertheless, all of our supporters have continued, and we're so grateful for your continued support to HEAL charity and to our HEAL family when you've had to spend time concentrating on your own families, in particular this year through the hardship. You've still spared time to think about HEAL, and I just want to thank you all for that. And I hope you have really enjoyed today, as I have. Thank you.
Thanks, Mandy. Who have we got next on the line, Karuna?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, you are now live.
Hi, I'm Krishna Babu Chunduri from USA. On behalf of all the American chapter of HEAL family, I really congratulate everyone that has helped to bring this institution to this level. You heard from Mr. Chowdhury about the description of the HEAL Paradise, and I think that's 100% absolutely correct. So I don't need to tell about the HEAL Paradise, but I would like to share how I got involved with the HEAL. My father died when I was in elementary school. So we were a big family. Only 2 of our brothers finished education by that time. So they raised rest of the siblings, and They even paid for my travel to US. So I took everything for granted. My family, my education, and my opportunities. Coming back to the HEAL, how I got involved. Me and Dr. Satya Prasad were the classmates in medical school. We joined in 1967, but we never really spent any time back then or even after finishing medical school. We went to different parts of the world. But 40 years later, I think it's a destiny that united us in 2008 when I unexpectedly had to host him when we had our college classmates reunion in Dallas. So that's when I came to know about HEAL. I think that was the best thing that happened to me in my life. So he encouraged me to participate in HEAL Cycle India, HEAL in 2008. After finishing this cycle ride, we went to HEAL Guntur. I looked at these children, unbelievable. It's a wonderful experience. I just realized, I thought that it could have been me there. I could have been one of them, but for my brothers. So at that time, I thought, okay, if I help these children, it would be like helping myself. So that's how my journey started in HEAL. It has been wonderful, and it gave me so much pleasure watching the HEAL Paradise to go from the ground level all the way up. And I'm so happy, and I'm so glad that Satya Prasad is associated. I'm associated with the Satya Prasad. He is the most wonderful person. Okay, and I would like for all the donors to go deep into their pockets to support this beautiful project. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Krishna Babu, for those heartfelt words.
Yeah, we have from Canada.
My name is Poonam Chopra. I'm from Canadian chapter of HEAL. We just started, actually, Mr. Krishna Babu introduced me to HEAL a couple of years ago. He talked about it and he showed me some videos and all that. So we have registered a company here in Canada a few months back. And we are in the progress of, moving forward slowly because of the COVID. Everything is happening very slowly here. And my hats off to Dr. Prasad and, all the people who are working all over the globe, to help this charity and to help the working for the welfare of the children who are, challenged with poverty and illiteracy. And this is a great cause, and I would love to be a part of, I am proud to be a part of this team now. And I would definitely want to visit India. And I have a great team with Miss Anjali and Miss Rajeshwari here. And I hope to take this legacy forward, where all of you guys are working so hard. Thank you.
Thanks, Poonam. Have we got Ram back on yet, or are we still struggling?
He's working on it. We'll proceed.
Hello.
Yes, sir. We can hear you now.
Okay. Thank you, Martin.
Okay, thank you.
Right. I'm Ram Yadav, President HEAL India. And it's great seeing all of you together here. Thank you very much. As Krishna was telling, my journey with HEAL started in 2006 when I accidentally met Dr. Satya Prasad in Hyderabad. I retired as Director General of Police, and I had a job offer from the government. But when after meeting Satya Prasad and hearing his vision for children, I said, this is it for me. And all my duvidha, my dilemma of what to do after retirement vanished. It has been a great journey. In 2006, then we started this land and building all this infrastructure which you have seen. Started with very small resources, but Satyaprasad is a person with a lot of big ideas, big vision, and huge confidence that it will happen. And it is happening. We are all witness to this. I, as President of HEAL India, like to assure all of our supporters, big and small, that each and every single paisa, dollar which you donate is properly accounted for, is properly used. We do not waste anything. We conduct regular auditing of various functions so that we do not waste. And every paisa is accounted for. I'll at the end will say thank you very much for a continued support. This is not the end of the journey. We started with class 1, now we are at class 11. Soon we'll have a university. So let's enjoy this journey. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Dar. And again, good to hear from you. Now, I think time is pressing. I'm sure nobody wants to leave the call, but I'm just conscious of Australia, who it's now going early hours of the morning over there. So I think, Karuna, can we pass on to the next video, which is Meghana, who's a young lady who's benefited from the Artificial Limb Centre.
Namaste everyone, this is Meghana. I lost my legs at the age of 13. My parents lose their hopes. Thank you so much ELOH and Heal Paradise organization for providing me artificial limbs. Now I am studying into second year BPC. I want to become a fashion designer. I am able to ride a scooty. Thank you so much for giving me this hope.
For those of you who are not familiar, the Artificial Limb Centre is carried out in the Paradise Village in conjunction with the ELOH, which is the Elizabeth League of Hope, that we work together with them to supply and fit artificial limbs for the children in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and the neighbouring areas. Now, before I hand over to Dr. Prasad for a final few words, I'd like to introduce Professor Mandar, who's the Honorary Secretary of the Andhra Pradesh Academy of Life Sciences, who has got something very important to say. Over to you, Professor Mandar.
All the HEAL family members, greetings from Andhra Pradesh Academy of Sciences. I'm delighted and honored to be with you all to present Lifetime Achievement Award to the visionary founder who has created a platform, right people's platform to serve the nation. When I visited HEAL, it is really a platform to serve the nation. This is the first of its kind we noticed from this part of India. HEAL really creating a quality education. Our motto at Andhra Pradesh Academy of Sciences is to provide quality higher education. Wherever there is a quality higher education, we believe that there will be a research. Where there is a research, there will be an innovation. When there are innovations, there will be an advancement. A visionary leader like Satyaprasad Garu created a knowledge village, which was my dream as member of AP State Knowledge Mission. I feel my dream is fulfilled by visiting the HEAL Paradise today. I, as honorary member of Andhra Pradesh Academy of Sciences, powers vested with me as honorary secretary, declare the award of lifetime achievement to the visionary leader, Dr. Satyaprasad Garu. Generally, we conduct Science Congress every year on 7th November. mark the occasion of birthday anniversary celebrations of Mary Curie and C.V. Raman, also our son of the soil, N.G. Ranga. Dr. N.G. Ranga's birthday was also on November 7th. So we organize Science Congress and we recognize the services of people like Satya Prasad Garu and award lifetime achievement through the hands of Honorable Governor. But Dr. Satya Prasad Garu is not reachable. So we took this platform to award lifetime achievement to Dr. Satya Prasad Garu. We feel he is a saint born to serve the nation. To say, Endaro Mahanubhavulu, Alanadu, Idi Kaliyugam lo Kondare Mahanubhavulu. A Kondarlo Ajudu, Arajudu, Anitara Sajudu, Satya Prasad Garu Gabati, Aini, Andhra Pradesh Academy, వారు ఇచ్చిన ఈ అవార్డుని స్వీకరించవలసిందిగా లక్ష్మి గారిని కోరుతున్నాను.
Thank you, Professor Mandar. Professor Mandar, thank you very much. I'm sure Dr. Prasad would like to respond.
Thank you very much, Professor Mandava Garu. It's a privilege to accept your award, and I take this on behalf of all HEAL family, not just for myself. I'm sorry I was not able to come in person, but I appreciate your persistence and make sure that I got this award. Thank you very much for all your committee and Andhra Pradesh Academy of Sciences. I appreciate very much, and hopefully you will collaborate with our HEAL Academy work and take our children's future forward, and hopefully we'll partner with your organization. My ambition of building a dedicated sci-fi, sci-tech building and hosting technology based education at that center will come true in the next few years. Thank you very much once again for you and your committee members who choose to give me this award. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for everybody who supports me at HEAL family.
Thanks, Dr. Prasad.